Are you aware that 70% of pastors constantly fight depression and burnout for the frustration experience as a result of ministry workload, discouragement, and pressure? We help leaders grow healthy churches. We are excellent at what we do, and we are fast becoming the best of the very best. Magnicraft Consulting is set up to help both small and large-sized churches become healthier by using proven diagnostics tools, effective retention strategies. We give the right and appropriate and professional advice. We are the certified church consultants with the Society of Church Consulting in the United States of America. Trust us to help you grow. Don't wait till it's too late. You will be glad you did. Call us now on 0802-324-2258. Email contact@magnicraftconsulting.com or magnicraftconsulting@gmail.com. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram @Magnicraft Limited. Magnicraft Consulting, doing church God's way. Hello, welcome to Monday Morning Matters live broadcast show brought to you by Magnicraft Consulting team, anchored by Niyi Dunmade, a certified church consultant with the Society for Church Consulting in the U.S. Here, each Monday of every week, we address important, relevant, and actionable topics of interest that will help you and your church grow healthier. And now, meet your host, Niyi Dunmade.
Welcome everyone to Monday Morning Matters. My name is Niyi Dunmade. I'm the founder and CEO of Magnicraft Consulting. I want to welcome you to the 25th week of the year 2025. So we are halfway. The year is about 52 weeks, and so we are at the mid-year of the year 2025. And so I want to welcome you to Monday Morning Matters. Monday Morning Matters has been coming your way over 6 years. I want to welcome you to the Facebook Live broadcast show and to this YouTube channel. This month of June, we're going to be talking a new topic, and of course, we're going to enjoy that quickly. All right, welcome everyone to this Facebook Live broadcast show YouTube channel. We believe that we're going to give you so much of value today. Thank you for hooking up with us. We are glad you are part of this live broadcast show. Again, I'm Niyi Dunmade. I'm the founder and the CEO of Magnicraft Consulting. Yes, Niyi Dunmade is my name. I'm the founder and the CEO of Magnicraft Consulting. Let me tell you a little bit about Magnicraft Consulting. Magnicraft Consulting is a church consulting firm that helps local churches to grow healthier through empirical assessment, revitalization, trainings, and strategic blueprint. Our vision is very simple: to be a leading church health consultancy that creates actionable, sustainable, and adaptable solution. I'm also a certified church consultant with the Society for Church Consulting in the US. I'm your host every week. Come rain, come sunshine, every Monday of the week, 7 a.m. Nigerian time, West African time, or GMT+1. You're going to hear from me every Monday because we believe Mondays are very important to what happens on your Sunday services. I'm also known as a church health guide of the 21st century. Now, a big thank you to everyone who has been commenting. I mean, some persons chatted with me one-on-one, telling us how timely our content is, how valuable our content is. We want to thank you. As I'm learning, you're learning from me. I also want to learn from you. All right, we want to learn from each other. Iron sharpened iron, so we sharpen the counterpart of one another. Let's pay some bills, and then we'll go into the juice of the day. Now, this Monday Morning Matters coming your way with Niyi Dunmade. We believe that our expertise could be of great benefit to you and your church. And so, first Monday in the month of June 2025, we talked about the need for leadership pulse check. I mean, that's got quite some feedbacks. Leadership pulse check. We're already at the mid-year. Okay, have some leadership pulse check. Have some church pulse check. Have some teamwork pulse check, and know that you are going to get some things done for you to be able to go through the second half of the year better and better than the first half. Now, the second Monday we talked about handling difficult church members. handling difficult church members. And then last week we talked about dealing with church conflicts. It's a continuation of dealing with church conflicts. And today we're going to be talking something very important: creating engaging worship experiences. Creating engaging worship experiences. And next Monday, which is the final Monday in the month of June, we're going to look at the importance of weekend service evaluation. Should we, or can we evaluate our weekend services? All right, that will help us greatly in our church. Now, Dr. Tom Rayner, a fantastic church consultant. I follow him closely. We have a pact together, and we if you want to become well trained, well equipped, well empowered, we have some lads who have gone through the Church Consultation University. You want to become a certified church consultant to help your own church. I have one pastor who went to Church Consultation University and he has planted a church. When you have this information, it's easier for you to plant a church. It's easier for you to run a church. It's easier for you to lead and manage a church. So if you want to be equipped, you want to be empowered, you want to be well trained, become a certified church consultant, reach out to me. I'm going to give you all the information you need. You're going to get over 45% discount from me, all right, and from Dr. Tom Rayner. Thank you if you're going to get across to me. And then my 3 books are still available: Church Retention, Pathway to Growth, and then Boston Church Growth Meet. And then the recent one is Data-Driven Leadership. What are the data you need to put on the table as a leader for you to be able to lead and manage your church well? All right. And then please go on our YouTube channel to be able to get quite a lot of information that will help you and help your church greatly. So today we're going to talk about creating engaging worship experiences. And so one of the objectives is to want to equip church leaders with practical principles to create worship experiences or worship services that deeply connect with the members of the church or the congregation to God, and also to inspire life transformation, which will make your discipleship very healthy. And so we want to just let you know that worship is not just about songs. Worship is not about songs that we sing or the things that we do in the service. It's about the atmospheric environment we create and cultivate for people to meet with God. The atmosphere we cultivate for people, for the congregation to meet with God. Let me ask you a question. If someone walks into your church today, if somebody walks into your church service, Sunday service, worship service for the first time, would they leave saying, God met with me in this place, or God met me there? Or they would just say, that was just another wonderful service? I would prefer for someone to say, God met me in this service, than for that person to say, we just had another service, another wonderful service, another fantastic service. And so let us know that for us to be able to build and create engaging worship experiences, we have to be intentional. We have to be deliberate, because it cannot come accidental. Let's make sure that we are building worship services that are alive, purposeful, and spirit-led. Now, why engagement? Why engagement in worship issues, worship experiences? Why engagement in worship matters? Now, the thing is, there's always a dynamic relationship between expectation and experience. And now, as a leader of the church, if you don't understand how to manage the expectation of the people and the experiences of the people, you're going to either get satisfaction or dissatisfaction, as the case may be. Now, how do you get satisfaction? You get satisfaction when the experiences that the people are getting has a greater value than the expectation they came to church with, and that's what leads to satisfaction. Now, when you have a dissatisfaction, is when the expectation has a greater value than the experience they are getting in your worship services. And so that's just it. If you want more people to be satisfied, because when you have more people to be satisfied, there will be a lot of talk in the town that I was blessed, I was impacted in that worship service. So for you as a church leader, you need to be able to manage the expectations of the people and also what they are experiencing from your worship services. Now, 3 reasons why engaging worship is non-negotiable is very, very important. Okay, worship service is not a service where the pastor comes to dump things at people. It's a fellowship. Okay, when you have fellowship, both parties are engaging in that fellowship. People are, number one, people are distracted today. Okay, with the import of smartphones, digital devices, people are distracted today. Phones, worries, pressures, cares of this world are more prominent today. We must be intentionally capture the attention and the focus of the people and guide that focus towards God. It's not just to get the focus, but also guide that focus towards God. So people are distracted, and so for these are one of the reasons why engaging worship services is non-negotiable. The second one is worship shapes disciples. If you want your discipleship to be intact and healthy, worship is very, very important. Worship is very, very, very important. It's not just an expression. It forms identity, values, theology, and intimacy with God. It's able to transport what is in the heart of God, what is in the nature of God, what is in the DNA of God into us as believers. 3, first-timer guests decide quickly. You see, that's one of the reasons why you need to create engaging worship experiences. You need to give them the moment for them to say, yes, I want to belong to this church. So first-timers decide quickly today. 7 seconds into your service, they've decided if they're going to return. They've decided if they're going to be part of this. They've decided if they're going to enjoy the long-haul relationship with you. And so first-timer guests decide quickly. Make sure that you are able to create your worship experiences to be very engaging. Many make up their mind in the first 10 minutes. Not just the message. The message might not be able to take them to that decision. All right. The message may take them to the decision to give their life to Christ, but the message might not have the potency of saying that you're going to be part of the church service. So worship set the tone for the first-timer guests to decide quickly if they're going to be part of the service. God inhabits the praises of his people. Psalm chapter 22 verse 3. If he's going to dwell where there is worship services, we must create a place worthy dwelling in for the God Almighty. Okay, God can only dwell in a place that is worth dwelling in. All right, 10 proven principles. I'm going to do that in 10 minutes. 10 proven principles for engaging worship experiences. Okay, we're going to just go through this in the next 9-10 minutes, and we're just going to call it a day. Thank you for holding on so far. 10 proven principles for engaging worship experience. Number 1, be very purposeful. Every service should have a focus. Every service should have a purpose. Don't just take worship service as a routine. It is not a routine. There must be a purpose for that engaging worship experiences. Don't just fill in time because we need to have 4-hour service, then get all the activities lined up. Okay, don't just fill in time with songs or activities. Make sure that every worship set should have a flow. It must not cut the flow. It must enhance the flow. Okay, every activity in the worship service must enhance the flow. Whether call to worship, whether it is response, whether it's reflection and surrender, that flow must be there. Call to worship, response to worship, reflection on the worship, and surrender to God. Ask yourself, what do we want people to feel, think, and do in this moment with God? People just don't come to your church because of your sermon. People come to church because of how they feel, okay, and think, and the things that they do when you create the moment for them to encounter God. Plan worship thematically around the message and the focus of the month or the seasons that the church is engaging in. Now, 2, prioritize presence over performance. Prioritize presence over performance. There's some churches, guests also knows that On a Sunday worship service, it's a show, okay? They know when there is a presence of God, and then they know when it's a performance. So as churches who are trying to create engaging worship experiences, we need to prioritize the presence of God over performance. Skill is important, but spiritual sensitivity and depth is very critical. Worship leaders must be prepared to make sure that they are able to usher the presence of God and make sure that people are prepared to actually encounter God. Encourage personal devotional life amongst worship team, so that when they come to church, they are not coming to take under the covering of the corporate covering of the congregation, but because they have a personal touch with God. You can't lead people where you have not been. You cannot lead people where you have not been. And of course, as a pastor, you cannot also give what you do not have. And so you need to have it before you can give it out. Number 3, build a spirit-led structure. Build a spirit-led structure. Structure doesn't kill the spirit. In fact, order and structure enhances the spirit. Never you allow anybody to make you feel that when there is order in the house, it sniffles out the spirit. No. In fact, when there is chaos and anything goes, that's what kills the spirit. Structure doesn't kill the spirit. The Bible says, let everything be done decently and in order. Most of the time, when there is order and there is no decency, it kills the spirit. There must be a balance between decency and orderliness. Okay, so structure doesn't kill the spirit. It is disorganization that does, in terms of lack of decency. Now, you have to rehearse well. I mean, there's nothing stopping you as a pastor. You are trying to deliver a sermon. You rehearse behind the mirror, or you record your message and listen to yourself. Rehearse well, but stay open to the Holy Spirit to be able to lead you and guide you appropriately. Leave margins for spontaneous worship or prophetic songs. Flexibility here and there, especially in key transition moments in the service. Number 4, engage all the senses. Engage all the senses. Don't just engage the spiritual senses, engage the smell. I mean, your worship service should have a room air freshener. I mean, things must be properly arranged. Use visuals, use lighting, videos, stage movement, testimonies, live scripture reading to draw people in. People remember what they see and feel, not just what they hear. I mean, people don't remember some sermons, but they actually will remember what they have seen and what they feel, and not just only what they hear. And so you need to combine and engage all the senses, both the touch, the feel, the see, the smell, that everyone is engaged with. Try opening worship with a short spoken word clips or creative reading to set the mood up of the congregation. 5, train your team in engagement, not just excellence. Engagement, okay? Teach your worship team to be able to be humble enough to talk to people, facial expression, body language, words that are very seasoned with humility and also grace is very important. Joy and freedom on stage gives people permission to also respond. Right? Record your worship services and do feedback reviews monthly with your team to know where to improve and how to make sure that you are not repeating mistakes again in your church. All right? And so, practical framework for enhancing your worship culture. Now, this is just a framework, right? Worship framework. Quick acronym. Okay, it's a quick acronym for worship framework. W is welcome the Spirit. Pray and yield to the Spirit. W is worship the Spirit. O is what? Organize your flow. All right, make sure that the planning is building up the momentum. R is rehearse very well, prepare. Don't just throw in your songs anyhow. S is steer the atmosphere. All right, warm up, worship, light, mood, and sound. Okay, then H is host his presence. Okay, discern the moment and allow people to respond to the God that they have unraveled before them. I is involve the congregation. Don't just do a worship service that makes everybody to look at the stage as if it's a performance. Involve the congregation. Teach them how to participate. All right. involve the congregation. And sometimes the sound shouldn't be too loud that people don't want to sing. The sound should enhance people to increase the volume and participation in the worship service. And the last one, which is P, is point them to Jesus. So that's just welcome the Spirit. O, organize your flow. R, rehearse well. S, steer the atmosphere. H, host his presence. I, involve the congregation. And P, always point them to Jesus. I want to just wrap up here right now and to make sure that we get it well towards the end. So worship, make sure that your services go through all those acronyms that I've just mentioned quickly. Now, if you have any church related question, I need to draw the curtain now. It's over 20 minutes and I need to wrap up now. So make sure that you always ask this question: are we just going through the motion, or we are trying to make impact in the worship service? Make sure that you always take a fresh look at your worship planning every week to make sure that things are fresh and things are relevant and appropriate for your church. Now, if you have any church related questions for me, let's have them in any of the social media handles scrolling on the screen. I'm sure you're going to get a response from me. You're going to get an interaction from me. You're going to get more than an answer, I can tell you. Get me anything that you want to ask me from any of our social media handles. I'm sure you're going to get more than an answer from me. All right, please, this video has been helpful to you. Give us a like, give us a share, like us on like our Facebook page, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Over the week, I think we got some people to subscribe. We have over 1,000 subscribers. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified when a new video is uploaded or we come out live. All right, please, this video has been helpful to you. Give us a like, do share us to your community, share us to your staff, your workers, volunteers, and pastors or church leaders. I'm sure they would like to go through the content that we have talked about. And if you want us to come help your church to look at your worship experiences, both online or on-site, we do consultations for churches. We do revitalizations for churches. We do trainings for churches. We do strategic planning also for churches. Reach out to us and let us see how we can help your church, help you with excellent church consulting for health, vitality, and result. All right, we want to draw the curtain here. Thank you for your attention. May God bless each and every one of you as have a fruitful week ahead. The number on the screen, reach out to me and let's see how we can help your church quickly. Thank you till I say come your way next week, Monday, the final Monday for the month of June 2025. I say bye-bye, I love you, and God bless you. Thank you so much.